Hello and welcome. First problem is, and need to borrow the wheel loader straight away. Yeah, I've literally sort of come straight off that last session because being as I spent time up like right evening, we got past the rain all right, but like yeah, it's the 11th hour, so we're gonna literally yeah, even if I have to put it straight into the silo to begin with, and then next session we'll get it shifted. It's not what I was planning, but then I wasn't really planning on heavily speeding time up so that we went into a time machine and came out at tea time. Nevertheless, it is times one, Mr. Smith. Yeah, it is definitely. Yeah, it wasn't. I'm not. Did say that I'm not happy with this myself. It is only the gateways, the fact that the right angle gates, and there's no offset for me to sort of come through it. So I've got a little option, but to sort of do strange things. It's the only really thing I've got to do. The same as like lifting things over. It's the only way you're going to get headers in on a map like this. But I am quite sure that farmers do have to do such a thing as like using probably chains to telehand to like grab a telehandler, tie things to it for to get headers over tight places and stuff like that. I'm quite sure it happens. Right, let's grab this. Yeah, it can't get off the out the gate because it's a small gate again. Yeah, I mean, I sort of do sort of understand, obviously, if it was meant for small to medium, but they're even in that, even if that's the hypothesis of the sort of that entire map, there's still bits where we've got big fields. Big fields are meant for big equipments, even if that's mowers. So, yeah, I'm not. I don't think I'm talking out of turn really. Oh, that's that tree. Yeah, so we are going to go straight into a time lapse. Luckily, we've not had to rush to. Yeah, the other thing is obviously I want to get the. I think we've got quite a tight avenue. Sunflower oil's later. I think sunflower oil is. Right, let's just drop this here. We have got the carrot, I suppose. Really. Although we're talking sugar beets. I mean, we're talking like hundreds of tons, aren't we? Really. I was wanting not to use them up, though. I was trying to do a test, and that's not been negative or anything like that. Yeah, I wanted to. Well, I suppose I really need to know what we're going to get from a field. A long time ago, when this first got released, it really was. I really sung its praises. It was fantastic, and then obviously on Sri Lanka. In fact, it dropped quite the way far through Sri Lanka, and it was afterwards when I'd started to think about things that I thought, hang on a minute, we got 300 odd tons off that field last year, so how come we only got 100 this year? And I thought, oh, well, the only difference was the harvester. We're not going to get out any better than that. That's as good as it gets for us. Yeah, yeah, it was. Was the Mark thought, and the thing that really brought it to the head was once I'd sort of got on the radar, because you don't always you think, now am I imagining it? Is it me? Like I just think it's just a bad day or something like that at the office. And then on Hills of Tuscany, I got 100 tons of potatoes off the field that the year before we'd got 300 tons off. And obviously I'd fertilised it and limed it the same as I had the year before. So that only left one conclusion that was accurate, and that was that this really was butchering the fields and really heavily reducing the. Right, this should just be a matter of switching it on. Yeah, it was. It was. So I'm still. Obviously, and changes were made, but I still haven't done any tests to see if this is. Yeah, as it improved, what I'd need to do is to do one with something like the PH Mini or the Rootster, and then literally the year after, or the AA modding one. Although, again, I think you should really stick with any kind of test to one that you know is good, that you know, even if, yeah, if you're trying to use something else that you're not sure of, then how can you be sure that that is any better than the one that you're trying to test? Whereas if you know you've tried one like the PH Mini, never let me down, never destroyed crop or anything like that, and yeah, that I think it was the PH Mini that I was using on that, where I got 300 tons. So again, I would trust that. And although it is a lot of hard work with the PH Mini, you probably would want 2 or 3. Then at that point, I would trust it, and I then would love to do a test the year after at whatever farm we were at with the T440, because yeah, it's. I'd just like to see, is it now working properly? Because it is a thing of beauty. I'm not having a go at I mean, modding's difficult anyway. That much I do know. Yeah, having sort of tried even rebundling someone else's mods, just as you cut your teeth with like repackaging or making a change on someone else's mods. Even that, I didn't get that right. So yeah, it's very difficult to do one from scratch. Well, I think. No, we'll go round. I should have lifted that then. Ah. Oh, gone through the hedge. Right, anyway, yes, I'm. It's been a monster session because I was not planning to do the sugar beet as well as the. I was, yeah, literally planning to do this like in the night or my next session, but not immediately following the sunflowers. Yeah, I still can't get over how well that we have done with that. That is really terrific. I never in my wildest dreams thought we'd have 85 tons of sunflower. I mean, to be honest, we all know if I actually just sold the sunflowers alone, that would bring in an absolute fortune. So yeah, we really would be quids in if we just sold that. But to do the oil, although it splits it, I think it halves it. So even if it does, the price is an awful lot better than the sunflowers anyway. It is definitely we did the sums, didn't we, when we were talking about doing the oil business. It is one of the probably this and clothes I think are probably the very best. Oh, I don't know the oh, which one is it? Silver one. Yeah, I can't think of the name. Not premium, platinum. The Platinum expansion, there were a lot of good productions on that. The wood ones, there were quite a few that were quite good. The metal one, the making metal, that was likewise a very good one. Come on, you can do it. Right, that'll do. Yeah, let's go and stick this straight in the silo, I think. Being as all of our trailers are on the other side of the map with a shed load of sunflowers in, so yeah. I am very pleased with where we are. I am. I've got to be honest. There were times at the beginning of this that I really didn't think we were going to literally make ends meet or do well. But then there's always those moments where you turn the corner, and we turn the corner, and then obviously Marty says, "Oh yeah, but I don't really like that." Um, the Lortz generator. It is generous. It is true, but we were already doing well. I knew that removing that was. Oh, we did. We have got a Bernie. I did put one in. I couldn't remember if I had or not, but I've just seen it with my own eyes. So yes, we did. Which the Bernie, I don't mean it nasty, but the Bernie really, it covers your costs, your production costs and your farm costs. If you're lucky, it'll cover that. And that, to be honest, I'm happy with that. If you got into a real bind, all I ever sort of did the generators for to begin with on FS19 was just to give myself a bit of seed money. If I dug myself into a bit of a mess, into a tight spot, and we'd got no means of making any kind of money, it was just that the generator could give you enough for a bag of seeds or something like that. Or you could lease something and get yourself out of the mess without actually going into a loan or other such things like that. So, right. Anyway, yeah, I don't know though. Yeah, no, I think we'll chat. Yeah, because otherwise this is going to be a real short session of like about 5 or 10 minutes. Because yeah, if this is all we've got to do, then I don't want to rush time. I don't want to go through till tomorrow. I want to go and grab those, stick them into the oil place, the oil mill, and start to do that. I've wasted hours already with speeding time up by mistake, or not by mistake, but I was a little bit heavy-handed on the speeding time up. Yeah, it shouldn't take long. Not with this beautiful beast. Yeah, so not many more sessions really. No, but to be honest, the other thing is that I did say this to Marty. I have got commitments as well. Also, JM Gaming, who literally supported JM Gaming through all of the different maps. He PM'd me and said that it was in for testing for consoles. So obviously, I'm going to do a Let's Play. I've done a few sessions, but I'm, yeah, literally going to do a full Let's Play as I have with all of his maps that he's ever released. So I'm going to be doing that, which is a commitment. So I mean, I'm not rushing this or anything. I did already sort of make all the noises that I've already made to say that I did say to Marty long time. I didn't really. This has sort of become a full. We're on episode 23 or something like that. So it's almost like a smaller Let's Play, but certainly double, well, no, triple one of what I call my short runs. So we really have given this a good sort of bite of the cherry, as that saying goes. I have enjoyed it though. I don't wish that to sound like that I'm not enjoying it. It is, it's a, as I said earlier, I still have got question marks by the gates and all the rest of it. I really think them very strange that because I just don't think you could find. But I mean, in real life, I'd have a 6 meter gate fitted. I'd rip it out, even if I mean it does happen. You can do that. Now keep your eye on the sugar beets, or I'm going to plough through the field and do some damage. Yeah, it is true. I would do that, and obviously the game doesn't allow it. We're not. Well, you can with some. Again, Jam Gaming one is one who does allow. He often has wooden fences, and he does allow you to literally sell them. They're just the standard in-game ones sometimes, and you can delete them and add a gate to your leisure. Cavalier Roy, Black Sheep Modding. These are modders that really do support that you can do what you like. Whereas obviously there are the opposite side of the coin. I don't mean you can do what you like. Everybody, even Cavalier Roy, has got his own. He does you a farm build, and he has started to. Now I know why. On Maypole Farm, in my very first playthrough, which never made it. No, I think it is. I did put it on YouTube. I didn't save the save. The maple was damaged to begin with, and I hadn't got time to hang around, so I went on to another map. And then obviously Cavalier Roy fixed the issues with the contracts on Maypole, and I went back a long time later. Um, oh, but my point is, when it first came out, I sold. I sort of got because of the contract situation. The only way I could do it, I'd already bought the farmyard. Now, what I did to generate some income, because I got no way of generating any kind of income because I was trying to play a contract start. So all I did was sold the buildings. Well, I earned hundreds of thousands because they were all Horman sheds. So I mean, I can understand why. I mean, that's not really a challenge. Now, I did it because I'd got no other means of doing it. But even I said on that I didn't like it. I did not like. It was not what I envisaged is doing to like get a bit of equipment or to get a bit of a leg up was selling. And of course, obviously, you could really sell in sheds. That's definitely true, and put cheaper ones in. But I still felt, I mean, it was top-notch Horman, hundreds of thousands for each shed, and I could easily get 500 grand for sort of doing that. Well, that to me that's not me playing the game well. So it did leave a sour taste in my mouth. But I will get there honest. Now Cavalier Roy has done it so that if you sell something at the farmyard, you actually lose money. So if you want to make a change, you can. But so what I'm trying to say is, even the best of map makers that do allow you a lot of freedom and a lot of choices on their maps, they've still got their own idea of what right is. So I do still, as I have always said, respect the fact that Oxygen David, GB Modding, that they don't allow you to. I don't agree with the concrete trees. I'll never agree with that. Never, ever, ever. I think a tree's a tree. It's made of wood. It should be able to be chopped down. You're making the map for someone else to play, so that person's going to have different views than yourself. So I do still do agree, but it is their map. You are playing on their terms, and that's the agreement. So it's as simple as that, really. If you really feel strongly, then don't go on the map. And that's true of me too. That's what I'm saying. It's just as much for myself as anyone else, because it is true. Would I not go on Oxygen Davidson? No, he's a grandmaster. His maps are always fantastic. I don't mean I always like every single one, because I don't think you gel with some of the best map makers. In fact, yeah, my favourite Lone Oak is my favourite all-time American map. I played that about 7 times before it gelled, and I loved it. I didn't love it before that. So sometimes some maps, it can be I mean, Six Ashes by GB Modding, I've got to be honest, I was saying this not long back, was my favourite all-time map in FS19. Loved that map. And my favourite that he's personally done. I must have done Six Ashes 6 or 7 times from different, because I love the map that much. I started in this quadrant of the map. I did the new farmer start. I did a start from scratch. Did it the horse thing in the middle. You name it, I sort of tried to do it. Fell in love with that map such a lot. Attingham Park, not so much. No, I still to this day. You'd think, because I'm a grass start, keep your eye on there. Yeah, I love grass darts. We were given a BGA on Atting, and you'd think that would mean that it was perfect for me, but I didn't gel with it. No, I don't know what it was. And I've played it through on FS22. I felt exactly the same about Attingham. I don't mean I don't like it. I just want to make that clear. And I don't say it is beautiful, but I didn't click with it. Yeah, you can click. I mean, one of my all-time favourites that did get a little bit dated toward the end because it didn't have any season sport was Sudbury Meadows. It's a map that a lot of people have never heard of. It was an absolute corker of a map, but that was me that loved it. There was only one person on YouTube that I actually ever saw did a playthrough, and even that was actually, I think it was only 2 or 3 sessions. So yeah, it wasn't exactly a successful Let's Play, and there were no others. I wanted to see my favourite map, other people do a playthrough. So yeah, one person's idea of a really good map is not everybody's. Is it Chellington? I will never click with that. I've done that 3 or 4 times. But I mean, yeah, obviously my favourite map is an Oxygen David map in FS22, Calmsden. Oh, no, I know. Yeah, I love Calmsden. Absolutely, it's eye candy. It's beautiful. It's the bird song when you go through the village. It's just gorgeous. The house, the detail that Oxygen David has done on that is just second to none. I mean, I can understand why when Daggerwin had that early access and he sort of said that he was lost for words. I can understand where he was coming from. It is gorgeous. But Court Farm, no. I mean, I did a long playthrough of it, but I didn't click with it the same as I did Palmerston, and that's my point. It can be made by the Grandmaster, and you don't necessarily have it click. I did like Hawk Farm. I did think that the spacing on the farmyard was small, so we built a farmyard outside, and obviously Oxygen David must have agreed because he changed the spacing and the layout of the farmyard because it was a little bit too tight. So even Grandmasters can have a bad day at the office, or they can have a rethink and think, yeah, well, it is a bit tight. When they sort of watch playthroughs, they can think, yeah, it is. It's not quite right. It's rare that Oxygen David gets anything wrong majorly, but it happens to all. He's human. Yes, I'm hoping he isn't retiring anytime soon, though. That is one thing I am saying because I'm looking forward to. I've not heard anything about any of his if he's doing another map or anything like that. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, it is getting a little bit late now. Obviously, I'm hoping that the FS22 mods sort of are compatible with FS25, but I suspect not. Giants usually make changes on purpose, so you can't just go in day one and jump a load of mods in, things like that. So whether the games are going to be a little bit different like FS19 to FS22, or whether it's going to be completely different, we'll have to see. But it is getting close now. It's sort of, you can almost touch it. 4 months, it'll be gone in the blink of an eye. Well, in fact, it's not 4 months, now, is it? August, September, October is 3 months, and it's like the 10th, no, sorry, the 12th of November that it drops. So it's not, it's, yeah, just under halfway through. So really, it's only 3 and a bit months. So it's time for you, if you're a content creator, to actually get your house in order and sort of think about finishing off your Let's Plays and all that type of thing. If you're going to jump straight into FS25, which I'm going to try to do, if it's detestable. I was saying this on Ravenport earlier. If I can't stand it, I might well just crack on with FS22, do a few more, some beautiful maps on FS22. But again, I think most people would be wanting to see FS25. So I jumped ship from FS19 to FS22 almost straight away for the same reason, really. So then, how well did we do? Because I've been chatting, so I've not been concentrating. Let's have a look. Yeah, we'll get the shop to pick this up. We will. I'm not going to sweat it. They've got big equipment and very good drivers. Right. So yeah, how are we doing? How did we do with our sugar beets? 206 tons of sugar beets. That is good. That's going to see. I mean, obviously, in a way, it's a shame about this, the sugar beet, because sort of we've had to buy sugar, and we were really doing this. They did the sugar beet for that, and I was trying to think, how can I do this? How can I be fair? How can I buy some off another farmer and give them some of ours? I could have done it. I thought, well, we can manage to buy it as you could in real life. We'll buy it off someone else. But obviously, going forwards, we would now be able to make a shed load of sugar ourselves. So yeah, it's fantastic. But it probably is a short session, this one. But at least we've managed to do all of our harvests. We have. Everything is done from all of our fields, apart from, well, the grass is also, yeah, I think is it ready now? I think it might be. I think it was October where it goes. Yeah, it's third growth stage now, but I'm not cutting in October. Even though I know technically we might not be actually working next year. Then we might literally be just getting our oil done and doing that type of stuff and just seeing how we actually went up. Animals, obviously, I'm going to be feeding the animals. Although I have sometimes sold the animals too and just literally got that because it is true, even your animals are worth something, so they do need sort of selling or seeing the value of them at the very least. But yeah, that's all that remains to be said. Thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on the rest of this journey. I'm going to get some of those bales though, definitely, and obviously get all that into the oil shed. Get that starting to go. When does that? Yeah, I know I was about to say goodbye. I was just trying to think. I think it's June. Yeah, we need to look on that one because we haven't got any yet. So sunflower oil, I think it's June, July. Sure it is. March. Ooh, so we're going to have to really motor. Yeah, we are. We've only got like about 4 months. I think I did know that, didn't I? Yeah, it's a canola. I know because I did it. I've done that one so often. It was one of my favourite starts. Like No Man's Land, I did canola a lot. So yeah, it's yeah, I know that one quite well. Can't forget that one, November, December. But enough of me waffling on. All that remains to be said is goodbye for now.